All right, welcome to the stream. It's Saturday. I'm kind of relaxing. I'm in between chores here, and I'm trying. I'm gonna finally lay it down once and for all. Why feminism and the manosphere and MGTOW are nothing alike. MGTOW men or men aren't allowed to run around the streets naked like women, like feminists do, or women do at slut walks, and get up in police's faces and yell in a threatening manner, like the college, like the feminist women in was that I think Ottawa College in Canada. Men aren't allowed to get if you got up in a if a really masculine man got up in a police officer's face and started going, "You fucking scumbag! You fucking scumbag!" That cop would immediately tase that man and subdue him and use violent, even lethal force on that man if that man did not submit. You can't, you rapist, you rape a pallet, So I just go look at the footage. So men are not allowed to yell and get right up in a cop's face and yell in his face in a threatening manner like women are. Men are feminists aren't feminists aren't being listed as terrorists for being single and not being able to find a man like incel men are. Feminists aren't barred from sitting next to children on certain airlines just because of their gender, like a MGTOW man would be. The Psychiatric Association of America isn't listing feminism or femininity as a mental illness like it is masculine, like it would list a masculine MGTOW man as being. Are we getting this? Am I getting the point across now? Feminists aren't. I'm giving like 10 major reasons why people are trying to compare two completely different demographics. Feminists are ejected from the family and have their kids torn away from them and forced to fight in court. Like MGTOW men have been and thrown in jail. Feminists aren't sitting and filling up prisons for not paying alimony and child support, even if they only see their kid a few times a month, like MGTOW men are. They are nothing. I'm giving you solid reasons why, if anybody tries to equate the two, you will make they would have to basically argue from the perspective of a complete insane person. They are nothing alike. MGTOW men, the only way MGTOW men would be able to run around with phallic symbols on their head like feminists is if they were at a gay parade, and then it would be okay for us to be, but we're masculine. So I can show you, I think there was a video where a guy had a big dick hat and he thought it was funny, and he was walking around the parking lot and he walks into these two other white knights and their girlfriend is offended, and he's like laughing. I think he was a colored kid, if I remember. He might have been a colored kid or a geeky white kid, I can't remember. And the two guys are talking, and one just goes bang, just fucking goes bang, just fucking punch, just bam, punches that dude, just fucking just punches that guy so hard in his eye, his whole, he fucking falls back and his whole fucking eye puffs up and turns. You try walking around with giant dicks on your head, so you're gonna get the first woman that's offended. Some white knight's just gonna be like fucking pow and fucking knock you the fuck out, man. Am I making myself clear? Men can't get away with 1/10. Men can't get away with 1/100th of what a MGTOW man can't bury his baby, his newborn baby, in the backyard and then go out partying, and then get probation and let off by a judge like a female can. Am I getting the point across here? The two are nothing alike. They're not even remotely alike. I remember a guy fed his girlfriend the morning after pill, which was probably the best idea. The judge probably should have commended the kid. No, he put that kid and he tried that kid as like an adult, and he's like a 17. That kid's probably not going to get out of prison until he's like 30. uh, Feminism and the manosphere, nothing alike. I just proved it, and I will. Anybody that can come on here and say how they're, give me any more valid reasons than that how they are alike. Are some are MGTOW pissed off? Yup, you should be pissed off. Unless you're mentally ill, unless you like being treated like a complete piece of trash from the get-go, guilty till proof. Unless you like having no rights, not being even allowed to sit next to children on a flight, uh, you know, being forced to pay child support, even if you have shared custody and only see your kids 4 weekend, on the weekends, 4 times a month. You know what I mean? If you like being treated like that, you know what I mean? Then, there's something wrong with you. There is something wrong with you. If you can just shrug your kids off like society wants men to do, there's something, you are mentally ill. There is something wrong with you. Okay? I've given solid reasons. We're not allowed to wear phallic symbols on our heads, nor would we. We're not even allowed to really gather in public. We're terrorists. We're being listed as terrorists. Feminists aren't listed as terrorists, even though they're talking about blowing up the White House and shit. I mean, feminists can do whatever they want. They can yell at cops. They can run around naked with their bodies painted. To promoting completely degenerate behavior to younger women. MGTOW men can't like sleep with a woman and then the next morning wake up and change their mind and say it was rape and put the female in prison. A MGTOW man can't get drunk and get laid and then call the police and say the next day a woman raped him like a feminist can. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. In some countries, MGTOW men can't catcall women and stare at them. You know what I mean? Like a feminist could catcall a guy and stare at a guy. You know what I mean? The list just goes on and on and on. Feminism in the manosphere, nothing alike. Nothing alike. Are MGTOW men saying to avoid women because they're bad? Yeah. If women aren't seeing what's happening to their own men in their country and doing something about it, then you are bad. Anytime that you know what the right thing is to do and you don't do it, you are bad. Women in this country know all this is going on. They're not changing it. That makes you bad. When all the men in your country are listed as being mentally ill and terrorists and having their kids ripped out of their arms, and and some girl 25 years ago can say they raped them when they get successful, on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? Like when that type of stuff is going on right in front of God and everybody, like it's headline news, and the women of the country aren't like, my son could either get shaken down by a woman and have everything taken from him that he's worked for, because she said 25 years prior they went on a date and she blew him and now he raped her. You know what I'm saying? When women are seeing this go on, headline news, masculinity being labeled as a mental illness, boys being drugged in the schools for masculine behavior, men being made to pay child support even though they barely see their kids. This is all going on in broad daylight. It's not hidden. It's not a secret government program. It's not like, it's not some dirty little secret that, oh, if you're a woman and you don't know it, then you must be stupid. You must have an IQ of like 50 if you don't see all the men in this country. And when you read the headlines that masculinity is mentally ill, and, you know what I'm saying? And you have sons, and that when you see them broadening the definition of rape to almost anything is rape, and you have sons, and you don't, and the women aren't getting together as an aggregate and doing something about it, and they're instead demonizing all the men who are, you are bad. That makes you a bad person. You're not, you know, something bad is going on, and you're taking advantage of it. You're not doing anything about it. That makes you that makes women bad people in this country as an aggregate. I can walk up to you as a woman and talk to you for 5 minutes, and if you're not bringing up like the crisis that men are going through in this country, and instead you're like, my boyfriend's a fucking asshole, and and I'm gonna know you're a bad person. I'm gonna know it. I'm gonna know it right away. I'm gonna be like, wow, another effed up cunt that I need to stay away from, because it's once again, the boyfriend's the bad guy. And so this is just going on in front of everybody. Feminism is nothing like the manosphere, nothing like it whatsoever. Men have zero zilch privileges that all these women have now. Zero. We have zero zilch. Zilch. We have zero zilch. Tell me one privilege I have that a woman doesn't have. As a matter of fact, women have more opportunities than I have as a man now. It's women that have all the opportunities now. It's the complete opposite. Anybody who says anything different is gaslighting you, and the headlines prove it. Just go read the headlines. Don't listen to me. Just read the headlines. The fucking headlines. Do you know what headlines are? Headlines are bold print on news at the top of newspapers and news articles and e-articles, and they tell you what is going on in the world. Show me one article on a major on a like the UK Daily or the New York Times or anything that's dissing feminists. Go to the military website where you can now find warnings issued for incels, like over the Joker movie, and show me one warning issued from the military about feminists being terrorists. Show me one study from the psychiatric associations saying women are a bunch of crazy cunts. Prove it, and then I'll shut up. You can shut down my channel right now. I offer all these blatant opportunities for the enemy to come and shut my channel down if they can even find like one example of a happy family with a man living the American dream with like 4 or 5 kids, married for 15 years, no debt, just like you would find, like all the guys you would find in the 50s and the 40s. I just offer blatant opportunities for people to shut my channel down, and nobody can shut my channel down because I'm right. This stuff is going on in front of everybody. Everybody knows about it. Anybody who denies it, it's like denying that the city's on fire. Denying that fathers and men and males aren't going through absolute crisis right now, being not left behind. They even whitewash, oh, boys are being left behind. No, boys are being forced out of education. Men are being forced out of the family by armed police that will take any masculine action we do to stand up for ourselves and interpret as us being hostile and kill us, period, or drug us, lobotomize us, put us in a cage, period. It's not me being pessimistic. This is not some dark conspiracy theory. It's all the statistics all prove it. The headlines all prove it. The nightly news proves it. Yes, men are being forced out of society, basically. Me, I'm not fighting to get into the halls of power and to get into college and to get into. I'm fighting to find a way to stay in my apartment and hide. That's the same as feminism. Are you kidding me? That's like the exact opposite of feminism. I'm jacked up on caffeine. These are the real reasons why. These are the real. It's not because, oh, we're not. I mean, you can say we're not a political movement, although there's some politics. I even discuss politics, but it's how I want to get away from politics and get down to the common sense. But I mean, I mean, there's there's absolutely nothing similar between feminism and MGTOW or incel or any of this stuff. Unless it's a job with gotta have more women in it, but I still see the exact same proportion of men doing construction and manual labor. Yeah, people are adept at different things. All right. So what if a guy, you got guys who have certain body types that are meant for construction. Then you got guys who are more brainiacs and maybe dexterous because we're not big fucking lumbersome fucking meatheads. And we can type better and because we don't got big fucking fat fingers and shit like that. We can type better. But we're not allowed to do clerical work anymore. You go into any doctor's office in my town, it's dominated. It's all women with like a couple white knight men around who they're usually like narcissistic manginas. Who probably feed the women's egos all day in the office. And so all these jobs that would be available for men are handed to women now, and it's just assumed that women can do them better. Well, let me tell you, I've worked in offices with women, and they can't do it. They can't. Oh, they can multitask. No, they can't. You should see the mess. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to bring my work into this. I'm just going to say I'm not. Whether you believe they're worse than them, whatever, they're no better than men at multitasking and doing clerical work. Yeah, they can do 10 things at once. They can steal your kid, smoke crack, and suck 5 dicks all at one time. It's amazing, these women. Yeah, that's what they're good at. That's what they're good at, multitasking. Fucking. Yeah, they're good at multitasking, all right. They're good at getting gangbanged by 10 guys and then going, oh, I got to go to court and take my ex's kid. Am I being a little rude today? Sorry. It's just amazing, man. This country if anybody's getting offended, maybe I need to offend you. Maybe I should be offending you. So how's everybody's Saturday today? freezing cold out last night. Got down to 33 degrees. Let me show you how my comic book's coming along. So I've got more details in. I'm putting the guy's guns in there. Then I got, see if I can show you this. Then I got this page right here. See if I can. It's hard to. So I got this guy. I just got him kind of outlined. You can see his body, his boots. He's got like jets on the bottom of his boots there, and there's his guns. And he's like flying backwards up. He's flying backwards and down. It's really hard to see. Like if you look up here. What the fuck? Oh, it's using. Okay, I see. I thought it was. It's not using my log tech cam. That's what it is. It's using this crappy cam. So let me. There's a panel here. You see the underneath of a boat in a little submarine parked down there with some rocks and coral, and the aquatic guy is swimming up to that boat at the surface. Then you see it's a split panel, and you see Nut Job is in the sub right there. You can see the ceiling and the walls behind him. He's at the controls. So he's over here. He's over here in the sub. And then this dude's coming in the air right here. He's like backwards flying. You know what I mean? And then down below him, you can't really tell because it's too light, but these are tracers. There's a tracer. There's a tracer. So you see these tracers firing at them like, you know what I mean? Like this. And then down here, there's going to be basically this is a boat. This boat is going to be down here in the water below this guy as he flies over it. So he's like a distraction. They're shooting at him while the aquatic guy comes up in the sub from the sub here, and then pops out of the water and takes out the guy that's at the gun turret on the boat and shit like that. And basically, what they're doing is robbing some drug dealers to get money. So they're like, it's basically a boat that's transporting drugs for either probably for the military or something like that. And they basically rob it and take all the money and leave and leave them stranded out in the ocean. Basically, you'll see when it's done. It's pretty cool. Good. I'm glad, Traveler Cave, that you're having a good day. Right on, Han Solo. An innovative enigma, some new faces in here. Hey, Free Agent Gaming, I was watching you. I was watching you're testing out your new headset yesterday. What's up, MGTOW Life, Terminator? Milk is nice. Milk is nice. Yeah, good day to y'all. I just want to end this debate. I want to end this debate for good. MGTOW, manosphere, feminism, nothing alike. I just gave several major reasons that feminists don't have to deal with 1/10 of the bullshit that men have to deal with. We don't have 1/10 of the privileges and the benefits that women have now. Period. And I listed them all, from getting our children ripped away from us and paying child support on average now, not being able to sit next to children on planes because of our gender. Feminists don't have to deal with that. That's outright. That is public discrimination against males. If you did that against women, it would never happen. It would never be allowed, not letting women sit next to children on an airplane. Are you kidding me? We're not allowed to run around naked. We're not allowed to yell and spit in a cop's face like I see feminists do on camera. We're not allowed to. I mean, just on and on and on and on and on. We're not allowed to just take kids at birth and basically hide them somewhere and not let the mother see them. Imagine that. Imagine if you could walk into the to the like, you know how women just take off with your kids, don't tell you they're being born. They don't have to. All a woman has to do is say, yeah, I feel threatened. Okay, no problem. He can't be here. And that's it. She could be a total disgusting, evil human being. Doesn't matter. Just with a word. Just with a word, she can take your rights away. Yeah, I feel threatened by the dad. Okay, he's not allowed at the birth. Imagine if you could be like, I feel threatened by the mom. Okay, that's it. Pop. Okay, get her out of here. Here's your baby, sir. Here's your baby, sir. Yep. No, you can name it whatever you want. Here's the birth certificate. Here's the birth certificate. You can name it whatever you want. She has to prove the kid is hers. We know it just came out of her womb, but you know she's gonna have to prove the kid is hers in a court of law. BS. This country is BS. This whole country is bullshit. This whole country's bullshit. If you're a man, if you're a masculine, good, upright, solid guy that wants a family, this whole country's bullshit. You might as well stick your balls in a vice and just crank that vice if you want to have a family in this country. Feminists don't have to put up with that shit. They can have a family, not have a family, career, not have a career, be a prostitute, be a porn star, be a stripper, have 15 boyfriends, have one husband, whatever they want. Have 5 kids by 5 different guys. They can do whatever they want. Women can do whatever they want. Yeah, especially if you're a white man. I'm not afraid to say it. Say it. Highway time. Not afraid to say it. Watch Jesse Lee Peterson. He talks about it. Most black people hate white people. They hate us. You can be the best white guy in the world. Break down in the hood at night. You might get killed. You better find the decent black guy. I'm telling you. But yeah, no, males in general, we're screwed. Definitely. You got it right. Males in general, whites especially, males in general. White men especially, but men in general, period. Men in general. Racism is evil. Racism is hatred. A racist guy would find some reason to hate me. A racist ass white cracker from down south would find just as much, would just be like, you're not from around these parts. You're not allowed here. Same thing. It's just angry. It's just angry, evil people. That's all racists are. Or it's some white kid that's sick of being demonized, and so he goes too far the other way and becomes a racist and says fuck all blacks. Same as like a black person going too far the other way and being all whites. No, I got black friends. One of my best friends in high school, black dude. You want me to bring him on the show? You want me to prove it? You want me to bring my bring my black friend on the show to prove that I'm fucking not, that there's decent black guys out there, and that too, that a white guy and a black guy can get along. And trust me, my black friend right now, he's going through it. He has a family, and I've already told you what he's going through. His girls now decide after like 15 or 20. I'm thinking like after 20 years of marriage or something, or 18 years of marriage, his wife's deciding to take off and party at night now without him. His daughter hates him. His daughter's a feminist, and he did everything right. He was there for his kids. He was a role model father. This guy, I'm telling you, he's a role model father. Did everything for his kids, and his daughter's a feminist, and she hates him. My points. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm live. I'm cutting this off. My roommate's here. I'll feel silly like I'm talking to myself. Everybody, I gotta go. Have a good day.